here's a question. Do you think millennials work harder than boomers? Well, a new viral video thinks so. It's an epic rant about how boomers had a way easier time making a living, according to them, back in their day. Take a look.
We need to stop expecting the same people who bought a 4-bedroom home and a brand new Cadillac convertible off of a $30,000 a year salary working at Perkins to understand what it's like to be working 40-plus hours a week with a master's degree and still not being able to afford a 400-square-foot studio apartment in Iowa. We're holding up our end of the deal, right? We're staying in school. We've been working since we were 15, 16 years old. We've built a huge line of credible references, doing everything that y'all told us to do so that we can what? Still be living at our parents' in our late 20s? Millennials and Gen Z are working more than any other generation ever has.
Now, it's worth mentioning that a recent study shows that there is actually almost no difference in work ethic between these generations. So DBL Nation, always want to hear from you. Are millennials just, in your opinion, complaining? Or was it actually a much simpler time for boomers? We always want to hear from you. Let us know. Okay, we got the tag board there. Go to dblvote.com now. Weigh in.
What do you think, Kabi?
I know. I feel like you have a... okay, go ahead, Erica.
I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable that this conversation comes with so much hate and animosity, because for as much as one generation, yes, I do understand that the housing crisis is of epic proportions. Our parents were able to, that 2.5 times your salary thing a year meant something. For our parents, it doesn't mean anything for us because that math isn't mathing the same way. But I also can't be like, I work harder than my parents do when my 70-something-year-old father is missing Thanksgiving in order to operate his business, and also opened up so many doors that would still be closed, both for both of my parents, had they and their generation not opened them. But then I have conversations with my sister, who's 7 years younger, and she says things like that to me, and I'm like, but you don't understand what I had to deal with in order to get to where I am. And we are dealing with totally different realities. It's okay to deal with totally different realities. Generationally, that's what's supposed to happen. But it's when we're having these conversations with so much vitriol and heat, maybe it would be more, I don't know, a little bit more effective to have conversations like this, and how do we fix the problem together? But I don't get the yelling at each other and the this and the boomer and the millennial or whatever. Like, I'm 43 years old. I'm a millennial. I've worked forever. I have my house. Yes, yada, yada, whatever. But I also respect my parents and their generation.
Right. Jeff, what do you think?
I don't, when you break it up like this, then it gets into teams and things like that. I don't want to put people in teams or whatever. I just think in general, society complains a lot more than they used to about everything, about the day-to-day, about work, about money, about everything. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, I was just being a kid, but everyone has got a reason why they're not where they want to be, instead of just working. If you want to talk about generations, like the generation, maybe my father's generation, this isn't happening. Go to work, make more money. Could you see your grandfathers doing a TikTok?
No.
It's like, the complaining, I get what that guy just said, the video that we saw, but go to work. Stop making videos and do what you want to do. It's always you point the finger, you get 3 pointing back. That's the kind of mentality I don't like.
I'll say this as we wrap. I do think a lot of the millennials are like, what you're feeling is a lot of anger, because they're saying, I went to college like you told me to, Grandpa. I got my master's degree like you told me to, Mom. So did my spouse. And we are moving back in with you. So there's some anger, like, we did what you told us to do, and we're back here. So I think that's some of the anger.
But life takes time. You don't get it all when you're 20, 25, 27. Life takes time.
Good conversation. I agree with all of you. Let's see what our viewers say. Who works harder? Boomers 74%, millennials 14%, both 12%. Thank you for chiming in.